I think it's called T1D. I think they presented with the Texas Children's like that transition program.
Mhm.
And that's when I had followed them because I was just about to go to college. Um, and it was scary. And the leader there had just graduated college and had created this program. And so I subscribed to their emails because what's great is they're not just yelling at you about diabetes or like yelling all the facts that you know personally, like way more than they probably do, but
Mhm.
they talk about, there's a lot of intersection. So they talk about, what it's like to figure out your birth control while you're a diabetic and what's the best option, or figuring out, what it's like to be a real college student and be a diabetic and like have that conversation, what it's like to date with diabetes, what it's like, real stuff that every other human goes through without ever considering their health.
Yeah.
Like we bring our health with everything,
Mhm.
unfortunately, in some ways. So that, and then I'd say for the health insurance side, the YouTube video that I watched all the time was the financial diet. They have like a YouTube series, and they're just a group of women that talk about, they break down credit cards, they break down like your health insurance. And so I was just referencing both of those things because they were both kind of in my age range and talked to me like they were in my age range,
Mhm.
and made it like way more understandable than like, just all the jargon with health insurance and all of those acronyms.
I guess just like friends and family, like word of mouth, I guess. Just asking people. I don't really I don't follow any of the diabetes stuff or blogs or anything like that. So just if I'm told it, if my mom tags me in a Facebook post or something, most of the time it's her finding it and telling me and then, so
So I have several outlets for diabetes resources and information that I seek, again, resources from. So I really like Beyond Type 1, Diabetes Sisters, Diatribe. Those are kind of like online platforms. Also, I recently got into running. So there's like Facebook groups and other groups, again, online platforms called Type 1 Run. And that's been really helpful managing my blood glucoses when I run. And it even has a map of other individuals with type 1 that are into running long distance around you. So you can partner up and run with them, and kind of gives you a community of support. Of course, College Diabetes Network, there's still a really great they have social media presence, again, online platform, as well as presence at a lot of universities and colleges across the US. I know that they're still like striving to grow, but they have grown so much in the short time that they've been really operating in and out there. Of course, JDRF websites and events, those are really good opportunities. They provide resources and really meetups and events for you to create and build a community of support. Um, my healthcare provider is a really good source and support system. I love podcasts. There's some really good diabetes podcasts out there. And of course, social media is a really good outlet. There's lots of kind of diabetes influencers, and of course, all the online platforms that I mentioned have social media outlets that kind of continuously give you content, and you can find so many other diabetes support groups and communities out there.
Several places. I am no longer, I guess, like technically a member of the College Diabetes Network. Was in that was a huge place. Like I would just, especially for the support piece and to some extent for knowledge, because although it's not medical provider knowledge, sometimes you don't necessarily need that, and you just need like affirmation of experience from someone else who has that same condition and the same experience. So um, I would definitely, and many people did in our group chat for the College Diabetes Network, text like, has anyone ever had a time when you're like so high and you're so tired of it? Like, and we would all kind of commiserate and um or like I remember someone being like talking about like what we do to manage our blood sugars while we exercise. And that was like a huge kind of thing that we were all talking about, and people gave out different suggestions. And so that was really valuable because it's a type of knowledge that people just have from personal experience. And um, So definitely just other folks with type 1. Now my network in that sense, I think, has gotten a little more like global because I've been using like different forums online, not too avidly, but I'll definitely take a look at those just to hear like what other folks are doing. And then social media actually is like a huge part of it. Um, I followed a lot of people. I don't actually have an Instagram anymore, but at the time I did. And I followed a lot of type 1s. Sometimes what you want to hear is just like different people's experiences. And although that differs, like it helps you figure out where you might be in that range of experiences. So YouTube, I follow numerous type 1s on YouTube and like avidly consume their different videos, everything from like what I eat in a day, just to get ideas, to their like device reviews where they'll be like, I tried this thing, and they're not always devices. Sometimes they're like, tapes or something for pump sites. But um, I think that like social piece, whether it's actually people or just like type 1s around the world who have YouTube channels. Of course, if it's like medical information or if I have like a question about my health or like management, I definitely go to my physician for that. I wouldn't be, asking someone on the internet for like dosage information. But in terms of like experience and then like even recommendations for like technologies or like different tools or something like supplies, that I definitely am looking for in the more social aspect.